Welcome back to the Different Spectrums podcast. If you haven't listened to us before, we have conversations about mental health, and we dabble in humor.
Little pinch.
A little bit.
Little pinch, little haberdash.
A little bit of it.
Little taste.
All right. We also try to help people understand, identify, and normalize their emotions from movies and shows, specifically certain scenes. You've probably already watched these movies and shows, but we're going to use a different perspective, and one could say a different spectrum. Yep, that's the name of the show. You understand now? You got it. Okay, thanks.
Feels real good.
It's like a taste of a Sprite, just refreshing. And with that, I am your co-host for the show, Spencer. We are joined today, of course, with our co-host, licensed clinical therapist, and lover of all stuffed animals / I guess just anything stuffed with cotton or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know.
Anything soft.
There you go. I don't even know what they put in there. What is it? Somebody tell us in the comments. What is it that they use?
Just human souls? Yeah, I would assume it's just... Well, some of these got little beans in their tushies.
Just in case. You never know. Wow.
Why just one stink?
Wow. What is happening? It's Nazir. I didn't even say your name, and you're already smelling Mario's ass.
Hey.
Oh, Mario.
Smells like pizza.
Oh, God. I hope the Italian mob comes after you.
Okay.
There's no Italian mob. Sure.
Wait, pause. I'm pausing the intro. There was a story on the radio today, a couple days ago. This is going to take 3 minutes. It is what it is. It's hilarious.
Okay.
I'm driving to work.
Yeah.
You know, it's how I drive to work. It's like a big steering wheel.
The steering wheel's huge.
So I'm driving to work, and you know, where a lady calls in. It's a talk show, and she calls in and she says, you know, hey, it was a recording of her calling the police. So she called the police. She said, man, I just got in an accident. And the police was like, what happened? She said, something flew through my windshield. And they said, ma'am, are you okay? She said, yeah. She, you know, what flew through the windshield? She said, I think it's a turtle. It was a turtle. And so she was driving, and somehow someone must have hit a turtle in front of her. It went flying through the air and through her windshield.
Jesus.
Yes. And so she was okay. She only had like some scars from like the glass. The turtle was fine, only had some scratches, and they released it back into the forest.
Was that just because you were thinking of like Mario the game?
Yeah, Mario the game. And then the dude was like, what is this, Super Mario Brothers? Just flying turtles coming at you?
It wasn't a blue shell. Let me tell you that. If it was a blue shell, her ass wouldn't be here right now.
See?
She'd be gone.
The dude that said it was like, is this the Mario Kart? Like, why are there turtles flying the windshields? Okay, let's get back to mental health and podcasts.
Yes, right. This is the show, folks. If you don't know it by now, you're just not listening.
Turtle.
Wow. All right. With that, today we're going to be taking a look at, depending on what media you're seeing, 2 scenes, right? From Jingle All The Way, my favorite Christmas movie, as you can tell, right there and there.
To the folks that are on the podcast, he's pointing out a bunch of nerdy toys.
Yes. All Turbomans. So get it right. And we're going to be taking a look at these scenes. Like I said, we're going to try and get both scenes up on the YouTube page. But if one of them can't go into it, then we're just going to have the initial one at the beginning that we're using. But if you're on the podcast side, you'll be able to hear both.
Yeah, both, because they don't strike things down on the podcast side. So you'll be able to listen to us on any platform, and you'll be able to see both scenes.
There you go. And the scenes that we're going to be taking a look at today is when Myron is talking with Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. And they're right before they get into the store, and he has a few conspiracy theories that he has about the toy company, which he's probably right. Let's be honest. He's probably right about them. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, they do that one. And then I believe the other one is when Myron has a present. He has a present that was sent to him. Yep. I was on the bomb squad for 13 years. Sure you were, buddy. Sure you were. These are sick people. We live in a sick world. Sick people. You'll understand once you see the clip.
Correct.
All right. So we're going to be taking a look at those clips. Nazir, anything before we start?
Because it's a sick world with sick people in it. Sick. Mm-hmm. We got a TikTok.
Yes, we do.
Different spectrums. At different spectrums.
Wow. It's at different spectrums, not different spectrums at. All right.
Different spectrums at semi-parentheses, different spectrums, / podcast.
We already got 7 followers, so we're moving up in the world.
We got 7. Right?
Yep. If we did a dumb fucking dance, we'd probably get more. But, we have some pride left. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Only type of dancing I know is how to shake my tush.
You know what? I think a lot of people would want to see that.
I can shake it.
Maybe not.
Mm-hmm. My mama showed me. She said I might need it. You got questions?
Get to the fucking clip.
You got questions, don't you?
I'm afraid of the answers.
I'll break you up now.
Do it. Jesus Christ.
So, okay. The podcast that we do, we're trying to get 8,000 followers now. I think 7,500 to 8,000 on Instagram. So we appreciate all the love, all the shares. Obviously, we had a lot of big hits with Steven Universe. And we got a bunch of Christmas specials, holiday specials coming up. Super excited about those. We got probably about 3 or 4 fan requested things that are coming up as well. Some sad ones. We'll get into those. So let's get into the clip. Check it out. Share. Tell your friends. Tell your cousins. Listen to us on your way to work and just get into the feelings. Let me stop.
You just started there. All right. Whoop, whoop. Let's get into
it. Well, I'll break you off now.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you fucking said that. Why would you say that?
I don't know.
Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling me. Come on, it's lovely weather.
What time are you opening up? Come on, it's freezing out here. There's 100 people. Because of 2 minutes? Because of 2 minutes, you're not going to...
Hey, give the man a break. He's a dad trying to get a toy.
Yeah,
have cuts, man. Last minute shopping, huh?
Yeah.
Enough to drive a man insane, ain't it? Myron Larrabee.
Howard Langston.
See, I have to shop late because it's the busiest time of year for me. All these important Christmas letters that people send to folks they don't even talk to but once a year. Not to mention relatives sending presents they're going to have to send back anyway. How many toiletry kits does a man need? How about these little stupid letters from kids to Santa at the North Pole? Dear Santa, could you send me a bike and a slinky? No, your father's been laid off. And as if I didn't have enough pressure in my life, my son sends me out for some, like, goofy butt toy, some fruity robot named Tubroman.
It's Tubroman. My son wants one, too.
You know it's all a ploy, don't you?
A ploy?
Man, where have you been? Don't you watch TV? We are being set up by rich and powerful toy cartels.
Oh, come on.
Now you got these big fat cats sit there using working class just like me and you. They spend billions of dollars on TV advertisement, and then they sit there and use subliminal messages to suck your children's minds out. And I know what I'm talking about because I went to junior college for a semester and I studied psychology, so I'm right in there. I know what's going on. And then they sit there and make a kid feel like garbage if you, the father who's working 24/7, delivering mail so you can make an alimony payment to a woman that slept with everybody at the post office but me. And then when you get the toy, it breaks and you can't fix it because it's a little cheap plastic. You know what I like to do? I like to walk up in that office, grab one of those guys, and just chuck him until his eye pops out. Shouldn't wear fur. Back up, I'm first. Tubroman, you're mine. Move it, move it, move it. Get out of my way, get out of my way. Booster? Who wants Booster?
The Tubroman dolls. They're all gone.
No, there's got to be another one here somewhere.
There are none here. Oh, excuse me.
Yes?
I'm trying to find the Tubroman doll.
Me too, me too.
Do you have any more in the back? What? You see that? What did I say?
These guys are looking for a Tubroman?
A Tubroman doll, yes.
They're looking for Tubroman.
Hey, everybody! These two are looking for a Tubroman!
Shut up, man.
Now, what's so funny?
Where have you guys been? Tubroman's only the hottest selling Christmas toy ever. But you know what? We got plenty of Tubroman's faithful saber-tooth tiger booster.
Where's your Christmas spirit? That's better. Got the answer. Right. Let me in. I got the answer. Come on. I got the answer. Yes, I got the answer. Open up. Open up.
Yeah, I got a madman in my studio and,
Help me! You can't just dash a dancer, Bronze Vixen, comic cupid down a blitz. What? Yeah, you see, I couldn't get through on the phone. Did I win? I won.
yes,
No, it's
I
not
won.
that simple. No, it's... Wait. You're too late. I already got the right answer. I won. Yeah.
I don't need the right answer to win. I got this.
Now, what's that?
This, Master Trackstar, is a homemade explosive device.
A bomb?
Yes, in layman's terms, a bomb. So back up.
You built a bomb?
No, I didn't have to build a bomb. Don't you read the news? Hundreds of these things come to the mail every day. I just kept one in case I ever needed it. So give me the dial. I'm gonna blow up everybody in this place.
Are you out of your mind? Put this thing away. This is not worth it.
Well, maybe not to you, but to me it is. So back up, back up.
Myron. Come on, old buddy. Give me the package. All right? Come on.
You call me buddy.
Yeah.
I am not your buddy. I tried to be your teammate. I wanted to be your friend, but no. You had other plans for mine, Larry.
No, I had no plans.
You are no different than the rest of those civilians, those common letter writers who make fun of my knee socks and my safari hat in the summer. Are you laughing at me? Huh?
Oh, Lord, no, not at all.
Mr. Ponytail Man, I know you. No. I know you're kind. You're the kind that puts a trash can in front of the mailbox, so I had to get out my Jeep, don't you?
No. Not true. I recycle. Shut up.
That's right, shut up. Why do you think the window's there? So you just put your mail in there. But you act like everything's okay. Hey, Mr. Mailman, like I have no feeling of fire. Oh,
Hit the deck.
ah. Look, I'm sorry. I've been under pressure since the Zip plus 4 thing. Look, guys, don't hit me. I got sickle cell, don't hit me.
Excuse me.
Gentlemen, are you two under the impression that I have a Tubroman doll here in the studio?
Yes.
That's what you said on the radio.
Oh, no,
yes, you did.
no. What I actually said was whoever won would get a doll eventually. You see, what we have here is a gift certificate.
A gift certificate.
Right.
It's a good trusted man.
As soon as they get some in the stores.
Did you call the cops?
Kinda.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
But I'm going first, buddy. Better luck next time, loser. Freeze! Hey, guys!
Just can't stay out of trouble, can you?
You wouldn't want to hurt a fellow civil servant, would you? What's all this violence? It's Christmas, and I was just delivering some Christmas. Hey! Back up! This is a homemade explosive device, and I'll blow it up. You know why? Because I work for the post office, so you know I'm not stable. Tell them.
This man is totally insane.
Thank you. Now put the guns down. Now, put them down. Brother man, put your gun down. Everybody. You too, Barnaby Jones. All right, just stay there. And I'll know if you move, because I have the ear of a snake. Ciao, baby.
Oh, you shouldn't mess with that.
Relax, Sparky. I was on the bomb squad for 10 years.
I'm the man. I'm the man.
Gentlemen, we've been duped. This is nothing but a harmless Christmas package.
That was really a bomb. Just a sick world we're living in. Sick people.
How many years in the bomb squad?
All right, and we're back. So, like we said in the beginning of the clip, we just watched 2 scenes from the movie Jingle All the Way. First, we're going to break down the first scene where Myron and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I forgot what his fucking name is. Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
Dad?
Yeah, we'll just say Dad. Dad. Jesus. We're just going to say where Arnold Schwarzenegger's character are outside of a toy store and they're talking about conspiracy theory, but then also just like the pressure it is to be a dad last minute for Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's literally Christmas Eve and they're going shopping. But let's be real.
It happens.
Let's be like it happens. Like, you know, we just get so caught up in our business and what we're doing, our jobs and everything like that, is that then we're like, oh crap. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to do something. And then we pay the consequences. We have to run around town all day trying to find a toy.
Yep.
Yeah. And we always, even though, because I remember this movie so well. I don't remember the sickle cell part, but I remember the movie. I did not hear that when I was a kid. I was like, well, I'm about to punch him. I got sickle cell.
Don't punch me.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Oh yeah, Sinbad is the biggest trash talker there is, man. He just
He
be
is.
talking, man.
I love him. We're gonna have to do more movies or more breakdowns of his movies too.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, going back to the scene.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
So did I see right on Instagram Sinbad got cancer?
No, he had a stroke.
Oh, it was a stroke. Okay. He had a stroke.
He had a stroke and he's still recovering from it.
Okay.
Yeah. And thoughts go out to Sinbad because that's one guy that will be very tough to lose.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I saw that. He didn't look in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's recovering from that, but I think he's doing better.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Back to the scene. Yeah.
Yes. Back to the scene. It's tough being like a dad trying to just get your kids what they want. Right. I think for any parent, not just dads, but any parent. The kid who, God, I loved his room. He had a mural of Captain America.
Yeah, his room was awesome.
His room was so cool. I wanted that room so bad as a kid. Honestly, I want to do my room like that. Even if, as soon as I move in with Dom, I'm going to be like, hey, babe, I'm getting a mural of Captain America. I don't even care. Let's just...
She'll be cool with it. She's going to vibe with it. From what I've seen, she supports you and everything, so she's terrible.
Back to the scene. But yeah, this kid, like, he has everything you could ever want, but he just doesn't have that one thing, which is the Tubroman. It's Tubroman doll.
Yep.
And by the end, you know, he's like, well, I got my own Tubroman, which is you at home and stuff like that. But we really get just so caught up in like these things that honestly don't really matter. And that's why I love this movie too so much. It's like it's such a tell of the times, right? Like we all have these like Christmas movies where it's all about like the spirit of Christmas. It's not about toys, it's just about spirit.
In love.
Well, we all know it's about presents. Come on now. We all know, but
Come on with the goods, Grandma. Come on with the goods.
I don't want a sweater anymore, Grandma. I want my Tubroman.
Quit bullshitting.
And I thought this was a great scene to look at because we're seeing just the desperateness. And even though Myron is talking about the toy companies and all this stuff, he's still in line with everybody else. He's still trying to get that toy that everybody else wants. Because if he doesn't, then he'll be a disappointment to his kid.
Which is a horrible feeling, I assume, to feel.
Yeah. Terrible feeling. You don't want that. And so we want to make sure that we have the best for our children. But sometimes we think that objects, from the kid's standpoint, we think that objects are the thing that wins us. When in like a year or if that, we'll just get tired of it and move on. But I think the fact that these dads are going out there and doing that, that's a big deal, because you're like, you could have just, you know, bullshitted and just said like, whoops, didn't have it, sorry, or
gotten some BS gift or something like that. But they actually tried, which is super cool.
And they try. And so I think that's a big thing too, in the scene. But what do you think, Naz?
So if we're actually looking directly just at this scene, Sebastian's dropping some truth now. So he's talking about, you know, I'm moving the mic away a little bit.
There you go.
Because you know, you got the companies and the conspiracies, and they're sabotaging the mind because they're going to trap you with the knowledge, and they're trying to manipulate, and they switches things up, and you can't trust them.
I love how you just did like a Chris Farley Sinbad. Van down by the river.
That's two of my favorite fat guys.
Hey, there you go.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's two of my favorites. I'm sorry if that was loud for some folks. So, I mean, it's just hella valid, man, with these toy companies. I feel like Thanksgiving, you're supposed to be like thankful, and then like we kill each other for some toys the next day, and people are rushing around. My father, sadly, yesterday said, you know, wonder how many people are going to get shot and killed today. It's terrible, but it's valid. All the people that are getting murdered these days for senseless things, and at Walmart, everywhere, movie theaters. So I want to, you know, people are going to get shot today. Just people are crazy, man. And like Sinbad references in the second thing, people are sick, and you can't blame all this on mental health, man. There's this infatuation with murder in the United States, in the world. There's this aggression and volatility. There's this thing with men, because 99.9% of these are involving men shooting other people. It's just sad that this is the way that we end up expressing all these things. Sinbad was right, man. People are sick. People are sick. When it comes to the toys, I think it's just hilarious because these companies, it kind of sounded like one of them Fox News rants. But also, like, there was some validness in how, like, these companies, they pin shit against you.
I know.
And then you make
advertisements and everything.
Yeah, advertisement, and then they make your kid feel like crap because he didn't get this awesome new Tubroman or whatever the gift is, PS4 or whatever. And I remember feeling like crap if I didn't have the coolest thing or the nicest shoes. And so then you tell your parents about it. Now your parents feel all this shame and guilt, and they're like, shit, Dad just got laid off. Well, I'm trying to pay back this alimony or this or that for, you know, baby mama. They ain't my damn kid. So it's just there's just so much stuff about the pressures of families that men and women go through, that humans go through in these relationships. There's so much pressure about consumerism and capitalism. There's Sinbad just being fed up. There's also, I guarantee you, there's some racial stuff in there too, like him being a black man, being a postman. There's some stuff going on in there about his anxiety, his traumas, his reactions to how he's perceived in the world. He brought up in the second scene about being bullied about the way he looks in the summer with his safari hat and the high socks, and It's a lot of stuff. And so they're in there fighting for this toy because they don't want to disappoint their children, because they probably also don't want to be the disappointment or feel disappointed like they were when they were kids. They don't want to keep the cycle going. So was like, I'm not going to be the one. I'm gonna make this right.
Yeah, because he talked about in like the diner scene about how he didn't get like a BB gun or something like that.
He's like, I'm a loser just like my father.
And then then Arnold sees like his kid in the same postman's outfit, just drinking booze.
Yep.
So he's like, "Here's to you, Dad."
And yeah, he says that, and so it's like it's such a lie, though, because it's not actually, like you said, it's not about the toy; it's about the quality time. You know, you can make amends for the toy, but you can't make amends for the time that you've missed. And so I think that's something that needs to be talked about. It's just quality time. With children, I had a human that talked about, but what if this kid doesn't like me? What if my little niece doesn't like me? I said, motherfucker, they're going to be a baby.
Right.
Like, just treat it nice and show some attention, they'll be okay. And they were like, it's that easy? I'm like, yeah, you jackass.
And that's the thing, right? Like, that's the whole point of the movie, but it's centered around a toy and what the boy thinks he wants. But really, like, the dad, he missed his karate class. He
wants that love.
He's just busy.
It's my heart.
Thought he was just sucking on your titty. Oh my God. All right.
No, that was supposed to be my heart beating. I'm sorry that you have a perverted mind.
I think everyone does when you put it. All right, whatever. What point is that the kid just wanted his dad to be there for him and spend time with him. He didn't care if he got the doll or not. He probably would have been disappointed, but it wouldn't have affected his life. I think if, his dad wasn't like, when you work, it's one thing, but when you're overworking and then you neglect your kids, your wife, that's when all the bad things start happening. And so I think this movie is really about making sure that you're actually spending time with your kid and not, just worrying about what they like necessarily want, but what they actually need, which is, time with their parent.
Love your babies.
Love them. Love them a lot.
Love them. I was watching, we got to do one scene from this movie, but The Hate You Give. Have you seen The Hate You Give, bro? Oh, about police brutality and the kid gets murdered in front of her.
I think I saw like commercials for that.
Oh
like he was grabbing like a hairbrush or something.
Yes. Jesus Christ. I was crying all fucking time, man. But there's a couple wonderful scenes about the dad. The dad's just such an awesome dad, man.
Right.
Well, so besides the point, first scene, when they go back to like pushing each other in the pit and the toys and all that. Oh my God, so dramatic. And then all them people start laughing at him. I'm like, bro, I would have spazzed if everyone was laughing at me like that.
He thinks he can get a Tubroman down.
I don't know what it is with these 2090s movies, but like even in Home Alone, everyone's just like super creepy and laughing all the time. Like that's the creepy thing to do, is laugh hysterically.
I'm gonna say it was probably like cocaine, probably from the directors and producers, probably. I was like,
like their version of laughing is just so maniacal. It's also like my heart attack sound. It just makes no sense. And it's funny also knowing that's the dude from Rick and Morty, right? The guy at the grocery store.
The dad. He was on SNL for
the
a long
shopper.
time too.
Yep. And then the other guy was a well-known actor. The dude that's in the radio station, well-known actor. The police cop guy is a well-known actor.
Everybody's pretty big in this movie.
Oh my God, I was watching Home Alone too when they're in the airport. The mom that was famous in Modern Family, super skinny, gorgeous. She's in there, a little bit thicker, a little bit chubbier, and her teeth are all busted. I'm like, this is before she got her stuff fixed.
Before she got famous.
Yeah, before she got money to get famous.
Yeah, Donald Trump was in there, and they wanted to get that cut out. I saw all that shit too. Yeah. So a lot of people in that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other people in there too. Oh, the one dude was the. Wow, we're way off topic. But the one dude was the concierge guy, the funny guy who's always with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, Rob Schneider.
Yeah, hilarious.
Back to the scene.
Back to the scene. So that's scene one. There's a couple different things I could therapize about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we already kind of did. Talked about dads, connection, quality time. Therapists or clients can use this to talk about just the anxiety and fear and the shame and guilt of disappointing your children. And then also what Sinbad was preaching about consumerism, capitalism, how you watch this system that we are in America that makes you feel like crap about everything. Makes you feel crap about your body, your ethnicity, your height, your weight, your intelligence. Everything you have is not desirable. Everything is greener on the other side. So he was right. The subliminal messaging that is through media, you're terrible.
Yeah.
Something interesting. I started recently to unfollowing people on my private Instagram account because there was just maybe a lot of stuff when I was younger that I would follow. And so I keep unsubscribing, and there's just more coming out of the woods. I'm like, oh my God. So I just keep unfollowing. And it's just like, soon as you try to do better, it's like 5 negative things that come at you. The social media is so toxic.
It is.
So addicting. And so Sinbad was preaching there.
And then he was also part of it, though.
Oh,
you know? That's a problem.
Well, he's perpetuating the system because we're all part of the system. So it's hard for us to get outside of the system when we grew up and are bred to be in the system.
Yeah. So now we have to stick with it.
Consumerism, capitalism, all of it. Racism, homophobia, all of it. When you grow up in the system and we're all drinking from the same water, the same water has been polluted for years and years and years. It's just part of us now. And it's sad. And so it takes time and therapy to break some of those shackles to where you can be like, you know what? I'm not a piece of shit.
You're right.
Yes.
Let's do the second scene.
Let's do the second scene. Yeah, I was just getting ready to do that. Second scene. So we're going to hopefully show both parts of it. So as soon as he walks up in there, right, he's got the bomb. They're at the radio station, right? The dad, they're fighting. They're trying to get the toy. They're saying all the Ranger stuff. He breaks through the glass, right? Sinbad comes through with one bomb. It's a fake bomb. And then he's just talking shit, you know. Sinbad is using his best abilities to get what he needs. The reason why I wanted to show this clip, this one is not a lot of therapy in it. This one's just fun. This one is fun, but I wanted to highlight where he talks about people are sick. Yeah. And I talked about it already earlier. It's very true that there are a lot of interesting things going on with men. This isn't just toxic masculinity. This is some other stuff that's going on. This addiction to this violence, to this murder. This ain't about video games either. This is about a lot of stuff. This is about the way we view humans, the way we view worth, the isolation and loneliness that some of these people are feeling. A lot of them are being rejected from their peers, women, and they end up taking other people's life. Some of these people, let's be real, flat out just racist. Some of these people just flat out racist. Some of these people just flat out homophobic that are shooting up these places. They got their own agendas. A lot of interesting stuff. I should say this on this podcast. Shout out to the military vet, man of color, the Marine that stopped homeboy in that shooting out in Colorado. It's awesome that people like that stood up and took action. Shout out to the young men and young black men in Virginia that tried to stop, and then the dude from shooting up all the other football players. You know, there's a lot of wonderful people in this world. So I know we're saying people are sick. There's also the reciprocal. There's a lot of awesome people in this country, in this world. There's a few bad ones that make you think terrified and paranoid, and a lot of good people.
Right.
And I just want to notice and acknowledge the people that have saved lives in the last couple of weeks. But Sinbad was right, man. People wild. And, you know, I guess we just did a Home Alone thing where it talks about, like, you got a pair of shoes that's never been used or a toy that's never been played with. We got a very limited time on this earth, and hopefully people understand that, and you could literally die at any time. So make sure you're doing what you should be doing. Have fun, go on a trip, go do what you want to do within your existential things. And make sure you're taking care of business and, you know, trying to be successful in life for happiness. But make sure you're doing this stuff because we keep deferring things and deferring things and deferring things.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't miss it all. Hopefully we don't pass away. Hopefully someone doesn't take our life. Hopefully we don't get cancer. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous world we live in. So it made me think of that. Hilarious scene when he's talking shit, but I just wanted to get deep. Made me think about how precious life is. Because you could just be like, oh, that's not a bomb. Yeah, it's a bomb.
I've been on the bomb squad for 10 years.
Yep. Yeah. I am kind of happy that cop got it though, but yeah.
Yeah, he got it pretty bad. He got hot coffee thrown on him.
His bike got knocked
was
over?
screwed up.
Yep.
And then I think it's like, his hands got like burnt.
From the bomb.
Yeah, it was from the bomb. Yeah.
Yep. Then the hot coffee.
Yep. And then he ran into a bus. And
then the last scene was hilarious when he's just staring at him. Arnold, he's like, oh.
Thank you, Tubroman.
Yeah.
He's just like, wow, thank you.
And then Sidman gets the toy at the end.
Yeah. He's like, hey, man, I finally got it from my child.
I know. And I'm like, you're still going to jail, so.
Yeah. Visitation.
Spence, go ahead and shoot your shot with this scene. Or you could just have fun with it too, because it's just a fun ass scene.
I know. It's one of those scenes where it's just funny, right? He's just so happy that he thought he won a Tubroman, and just the disappointment on the face, just about to beat the shit out of a radio guy. It's like,
the bomb thing, him shaking the bomb is probably one of my favorite things of all time.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah.
You too, Barnaby Jones.
He's just so serious.
I know. Yeah, Sinbad kills it always as a funny guy. And you just gotta love the fact that, he knew that it wasn't a bomb, but that all of a sudden he finally gets that bomb. Finally does it. Finally.
Here's a way to therapize it in a funny way. It's like when some of my clients be like, Nas, am I crazy? And they ask me to co-sign, I'm like, that motherfucker crazy, yep.
Yeah, you better believe it. Damn straight.
And he's like, see, I told you. I'm like, that's not a good thing. I don't know.
I am crazy. Okay.
I seen a meme today, or my homegirl sent it to me. It said, when you're too honest with your therapist, and then it was them like in a hospital bed, like locked down because they're hospitalized.
Jesus. God.
Too real.
Too real. Yeah. I just think that, this movie is great. Fantastic. Love it. Minneapolis represents in this movie.
Yep.
Finally.
We
get a movie.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good scene. It's hilarious, man. Just the pressure, the passion, the acting. Some would say it was overacting. I think it was just him just being him, man. He was just talking trash.
Yeah. So what would you say, who would you be in this situation? Would you be more Myron, or would you be
I forgot about this. So so obviously I'm Myron, just fast talking especially when I get in my modes.
Right.
And I start changing my voice. And then you got Colin being the quiet, kind of clueless idiot that's not going to remember to buy anything for his daughter. And then he's going to have to do it last second because he's just a piece of shit.
Dad, I really want this. All right, I'll get it. Last day to get it. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, 100%. Shit. You know that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be him. Colin, you're trash. And I know you're not going to listen to this, but your wife will tell you in like a month from now.
He said you were trash. He says that every day. What's different?
Yeah, he said, well, that's the best thing he's called me all week. Jesus Christ. One of my students was like, you're not nice to your friends. I was like, say something else. I'll be mean to you too.
He gives this bullshit excuse like, hey, I don't need to be nice to them. They know I love them. Shut the fuck up.
You get enough love. It's the trauma in me.
I know. And then every time I try to get love somewhere else, he's just like, he trash, right? Like, Jesus.
Well, I got to neg you. That way, you don't love yourself enough. That way you don't get no new friends. It's all negging.
So manipulative. So manipulative. I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna
What
keep
did
you.
what did
forever.
Dom say? You're just such a gaslighter. I'm like, no, I never.
Yeah. Whole family of gaslight.
Oh yeah, I don't even know who I am, man. It's just
That's why I fit in so well, because I was just like,
oh yeah, you were gaslighting pops all weekend, you turd.
it was great.
Yeah, Dom just sitting there like, what is going on? I was like, yep.
It's funny when they keep going, but
yeah, I just couldn't believe
yeah.
it kept going.
See,
So-
and I feel like I'm the child in the scene. Like I just want my Turbo Man.
You just want your Turbo Man. You got your
I want my
two dads fighting over you.
Yeah, as usual. As usual.
You're a gay child.
I want him.
Did you say? Well, no, you're not gay. We're the gay dads,
I'm not
but
gay.
you're the child.
You're gay.
Yeah, no, we're the gay dad. You're the child of the gay.
Oh my God, this
You're a
is
gay
gone.
child.
Landing the plane.
No, we're gonna talk about this. Real quick. Let's talk about how creepy, real quick, because we're gonna film some other stuff for reels. Like, so there's some other good clips we're gonna hear that are super freaking funny that are for the reels.
Yes.
Let's talk about how big of a turd that next door neighbor is. How big of a
he's terrible.
he's the sleaziest dude in the whole show.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get with his wife the whole time.
He's trying to break up them, and that's bottom of the barrel.
Well, I mean, he's also like the neighborhood like hoe. So he's like all the wives are just like, oh my gosh, he's so great. Yep. He's so great, and he's just like, these cookies are. Put the cookie down. Nah.
Yeah, those are my cookies. Yeah, he was the worst.
Yeah, he was terrible.
To move in on someone's marriage, to constantly be like pushing up on them and touching them, smelling them.
Right.
You know, stepping in to be someone else's father, but then also be faking it and then yelling at the kids. That's the worst type of manipulator and con man that there is. That's not a friend. I know that I've got a lot of young folks that are friends with folks that are in relationships or breaking up. This is uncommon. This is toxic behavior. So if your partner's getting jealous about someone and they're acting like this, rightfully so, you need to set a boundary. There's too much touching. There's too much intimacy. Yeah.
If you want to talk about a gaslighter, now that dude gaslit the hell out of Arnold's character so bad. He was just like, "Oh, you didn't get a Turbo Man yet? I got one nestled under my tree right now."
See, we could have did a clip just on him being a gaslighter.
Yeah, I mean,
leave it to men to be pieces of shit.
Here we go. It's
true.
All right.
Hey, Spence, real quick, it's backfired on me. One of my humans is like, I finally found a good man. I was like, I told you they're out there. She's like, nah, you literally say men are shit all the time. And I was like,
I know. Yeah. You are such an ass. Yeah. You'll find a good man, even though none of them are out there. It's like finding a diamond and shit.
Well, if you actually don't want to get attacked by like all the women around you, then you just say men are trash. And they're like, oh, he gets it.
Let me tell you something. There are no women here. Just me and you. And yet, you still say it. So
that's because they're trash, bro. You know they're trash.
All right, so
we're back.
We've been talking about Jingle. No, we're not back. We've never left. We've been here the whole time. Talking about Jingle All The Way. 2 scenes. All talking about some type of trauma that we've had. And let me ask you this: what was that one toy that you really wanted, but you didn't get? It sticks out if you can think of one. If not,
there's like a multitude of toys.
Okay.
Most of them were going to be like random like Power Ranger gadgets. Some of them were going to be like some Ninja Turtle-y things. Right. I think I wanted in Home Alone 2 the recorder thing. I actually think I got my mom to get that for me.
That's actually that was a really cool one.
I remember that. But there's a few things that I wanted. But there was some Batman stuff. Then when the Rock stuff came out in WWE, I got some of those things. Right. I wanted the PS1, and then I got the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of the things that I actually did want, but there was a million other things that I wanted that I didn't get. Yeah. And that I was not going to ask for because we were poor.
Let's be honest though, especially like, I don't know, I feel like back in our day it was just, there were so many things that you could get. Like, don't get me wrong, they had toys, like that was like the big thing that year, right? But there were so many toys that was just amazing. I wish I would have got tons of Nerf guns. Those were the
Oh, I
they have a
saw
lot
you
more
nerding out
now.
at those the other day when we went into Walmart.
Because they have so many different ones than what we used to. They had like 5 main ones that they would have.
And everything
Now
was
they have,
expensive
like,
then too, man.
exactly. They have like mini guns, they got snipers, they got all these different rifles and stuff you can get. I'm like, wow, there's a lot.
I wonder why people are shooting people now.
I know, right? It's a Nerf gun. I know. But yeah, for me, honestly, it probably was like, for the most part, I got stuff that I wanted. I was lucky enough for that aspect. But yeah, Power Rangers stuff. I love, like, they had so many of those gadgets and stuff. I think I actually still have some of the wrist ones still. And yeah, Digimon. Love the Digimon stuff, man.
Yep.
Digimon was cool. Tons of different Legos, like the Millennium Falcon, X-Wing fighter, all that stuff.
I remember for Power Rangers, I actually had when the White Ranger was the cat.
Yeah.
It was the cat. I actually had it, and it had like a red light bulb in the mouth. Like, I have no idea where all those toys went. I
know.
Like, where did they all go? These were like very expensive toys.
Right.
Did we give them away? Did someone steal them? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I have no idea where mine went either. I was like, did my mom give away all these toys? Those are my toys.
probably. And if I would have kept them today, they would be worth hundreds of thousands. Not hundreds of thousands. They were a couple $100 or $1,000.
And that's the thing, though. It's like, I'd rather just have them so I could like play with them again. I don't even care to sell them or anything like that.
I still got my 2 dinosaurs that sit on my ledge in my kitchen. That was from back in that was like legit when Jurassic Park came out.
See, now I'm gonna have to go in my basement and try to find some toys, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to go in my basement because it's creepy down there, spiders and shit.
I'm gonna have to edit that.
All right, folks, we're gonna call it a day here. We appreciate you watching. Yep, so much editing that's gonna happen after this video. Thank you for joining us. Please go on to all of our socials and follow us. We have a new TikTok, Different Spectrums.
Yep.
And yeah, with that, please like, subscribe,
share, and comment. Thank you. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing your thing.
This episode is a clusterfuck.
It is. It is, but I think we got a lot of good information, a lot of good data. We talked about a lot of different things. We had some fun. We got off the rails a few times.
There's a few. Just a few.
Oh, okay, people.
Rant about
Love you. Bye.